Valley Talk is fueled by Tioga Sequoia Brewery in downtown Fresno.
What's new at the Fulton 55? Fulton 55 is Fresno's hottest venue at Fulton and Divisadero. Hiring great talent is essential to your business. However, it's also time-consuming, and time is money. Contact Wolf Recruiting of Fresno and gain access to candidates you will not find on the open job market. Candidates through Wolf Recruiting are considered the best of the best. Why? Because they're gainfully employed. Whether it's technology, accounting, sales, or general administration, Wolf Recruiting's versatile background brings a solid foundation to confidentially identifying the very best talent. Call Wolf Recruiting at 877-589-9441 or find us on the web at wolfrecruiting.com. Back to CentralValleyTalk.com. I'm Mike Scott.
Vincent, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. It's Michelle again.
Michelle, Miss Stasis.
Guy Adams joins me once again. How are you, Guy? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
She's my old friend, not meaning age. We go way back. Miss Beverly Rain.
Watch the Central Valley Talk Hour, weekdays on digital channel 33.2, weekdays at 3 p.m. All local, all live, all the time.
So we'll be back with more on CentralValleyTalk.com.
We'll see you next week.
In 1985, Larry Korth set out to help his friends, family, and community find affordable ways to buy a home or a business property. 30 years later, Mid-Valley Financial is the premier mortgage banker in the Central Valley. The professional staff at Mid-Valley will find the best mortgage.
We are back live on the Central Valley Buzz without Chuck Leonard. It's the new name of the show. Central Valley Buzz with Mike Briggs. I'm the host so often now because Chuck, every other week something happens. Has a stroke one week, has a baby the next week, and what's next week going to bring? So Chuck. Now, he promises he'll be here tomorrow. Well, he's very disappointed because Chuck Carson, he wanted to be here for Chuck Carson is back.
Substitute Chuck.
Substitute Chuck. Oh, we got a Chuck here. Now, last time you were here, you were pushing a show. I forget what that was.
That was a show called Heavenly Laughter, the Jack Benny George Burns show that we did over at the Tower. This time, just trying to catch up a little on the shows that we have done. This Friday, we leave for Abilene, Kansas to do the On the Air show, which is a tribute to Bob Hope and radio stars of the 1940s. And it's a fun show, and we will be performing at the Eisenhower Presidential Library and Museum.
Eisenhower, the man from Abilene.
Right. And the exciting part about it is after our show, Tony Orlando is going to be performing with about 15 or 20 minutes. He's a member of the board of directors, so
wow,
get a chance to be on the same stage.
With Tony Orlando, that's big.
Yeah.
That's from my era, the 70s, Tony Orlando and Don. So.
That's it.
And then you're going, now that's a Bob Hope tribute.
That's the tribute call On the Air, and then the following week, on the 15th, we are going to be in South Carolina aboard the USS Yorktown doing the same show, On the Air, a tribute to Bob Hope, and that's going to be on Thursday. And then again, we repeat the show on Saturday, and it's great because we'll be in the hangar bay of one of the great warships of all time, and it's always exciting, and you meet a lot of the guys that will be back that were aboard that vessel during the Korean War and World War II and Vietnam.
Now, the tribute to Bob Hope, does somebody play the role of Bob Hope?
Yeah, I have an actor named Lynn Roberts who does Bob Hope, and he is so fantastic. It is almost uncanny. Bob Hope's son, Kelly Hope, came to see a performance that we did in San Leandro, California. And he came to us after the show and said it was so great seeing my dad on stage again, which is one of the great tributes you can get from.
Yeah, that's a great compliment. Now, Bill, were we able to pull up some of the pictures and clips? Our computers are crashing today for no reason whatsoever.
Well, it's right. It's just warm out there.
We'll paint a picture of this big show. Now, you're from Fresno.
Yes, I am.
You live in Fresno.
I live in Fresno.
You're traveling the world or the country putting on these great tributes.
Yeah.
Will there be a day where there's nobody to do Jack Benny or Bob Hope for because people don't remember them?
There may be, but right now there is a plethora of cable channels that are coming up like MeTV and some of
yeah.
those
So it's bringing
that
them
are
back.
playing those shows of Jack Benny and George Burns. And what we're finding is, as we travel the country, there are new audiences, younger people who've seen them on TV and said, now we can see what they were like in person. So, no, I don't know if that's going to really make a difference. It's trying to keep my actors alive.
Yeah, hope it doesn't make a difference. Now, when I was a kid watching the Jack Benny show, it's different how sponsorships worked,
Right.
and they would mix in with the show.
Right.
I believe Texaco.
Texaco and Jell-O was a big favorite of Jack Benny's, and what we do in our show is it's set up like a 1940s NBC radio broadcast. So I play the part of the staff announcer sidekick, the Don Wilson of the era. But I work with Bob, and then he also does Red Skelton, Jack Benny, and Jimmy Durante with inside the show.
Wow.
So you get a chance to work with all these great stars, and it's a real treat for me.
And my memory of the Jack Benny show was Jack Benny was kind of tight with the money, or that was his gag. Anyway.
We use that a lot.
So they had a commercial where he'd drive his car from, I think, his house to the studio, but it was a little bit downhill.
Right.
And as a Texaco commercial, as I remember, so he'd coast the whole way, he'd get to the studio and said, did it with zero gas. That's Jack Benny. So.
But one of the gags that he comes in when he comes on stage with me, and he'll say, Chuck, have I any messages? And I'll say, yeah, Rochester called, left 2 messages. And he said, well, what are I? I said, well, one was from your dentist and one was from your barber. And he said, oh, really? What did they say? And I repeat to him, well, it's the same message on both. You can pick them up tomorrow. And then
tomorrow.
And then there's a little chuckle, and then I'll say, by the way, Rochester wanted to know if he can stop dipping the typewriter ribbon in grape Jell-O. He'd like to buy a new one. That's, on his being cheap.
Jell-O tie-in. Now, did you get to meet Bob Hope or Jack Benny?
I met Jack Benny years ago. I emceed a concert that he was in for the Barnum Festival in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And I had actually flew into LaGuardia in a helicopter and picked Jack and his entourage up, and we chatted on the way back. Delightful guy. The first thing that I remember, though, is I had never seen such deep blue eyes on a man before. He just could look right through you, but he was so nice and so easy to work with.
Now, we actually, on our TV broadcast, we don't have a lot of people watching from Kansas, but on our internet broadcast, this will re-air at 4 p.m. today on Central Valley Talk. We do have a lot of people from Kansas watching, so I guess we could say, go to this show at the Eisenhower Museum in Abilene. What's Abilene near?
Abilene is near Wichita.
There you
It's
go.
about 2 hours from Kansas City. And the show starts at 2 p.m., and so you should probably get there about 1 for parking and to get inside.
Well, even if you're in Kansas City, if you've never been to the Eisenhower Library, this is your chance. Drive over there, 2-hour drive, get tickets in advance to make sure you get them, and check out the show. And it's called what exactly?
It's called On the Air, a tribute to Bob Hope and radio stars of the 1940s. Now, in November, we're coming back to California. We'll be in Antioch at the El Campanile Theater to do Heavenly Laughter, which is Benny Fiddles while George Burns, the return of Jack Benny and George Burns. And so that's an exciting show, and we've got more scheduled for that from, there's December, and we'll be in Georgia in January. The excitement that I'm talking about right now, I'm going to be directing a show that's called Stand By Your Fan. This is a show written by a local lady named Linda Van Zant. She wrote the show called Having a Hot Flash, which played at the Tower for 3 different times in 2009, 2010, I think 2012. Anyhow, the show has been rewritten, new music, it's got parodies, and of course it's about the change and women going through menopause. Everybody knows that Menopause the Musical is a smash hit.
Yep.
But she found a way to come up with another creative way, using parodies, which is not that different, but her parodies are different in the sense that they are truly funny, and the monologues that go through it, and she's got a wonderful show. Anyhow, what she wanted to do is to find a way to get it produced. So she's on Kickstarter. Go to Kickstarter.com, click on theater, and it'll take you to Stand By Your Fan, and I think you're going to find a lot of great reasons why you may want to be part of the show.
Now, Bill signaled us we're out of time, but do you ever do these shows out of the country?
Not yet, but I have a chance to go to England in 2015 for the Heritage Fly-In, and that's going to be with the Bob Hope Show.
Well, there you have it. Chuck Carson, a national performer from Fresno, soon to be international.
International star.
To the Bob Hope at
It's
Eisenhower Friday.
on the air is going to be Saturday, 2 p.m. at the Eisenhower Presidential Library and Museum. We're looking forward to seeing everybody.
We'll be back with more of the Central Valley Buzz right after this. Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you.
This segment is brought to you by Mike Briggs Properties. The recession's over. It's now safe to sell your home. Call Mike Briggs Properties. Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents at Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com. I'm Mike Scott.
Vincent, thanks for coming in today.
I know it's Michelle again.
Michelle, Miss Stasis.
Guy Adams joins me once again. How are you, Guy? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
She's my old friend, not meaning age. We go way back. Miss Beverly Rain.
Watch the Central Valley Talk Hour, weekdays on Digital Channel 33.2. Weekdays at 3 p.m. All local, all live, all the time.
So we'll be back with more on CentralValleyTalk.com.
We'll see you next week. Open house this Saturday, 1578 North Glen near McKinley, across from Fresno City College. If you've been on your job or in your industry for a year, you can buy this home for under $800 a month. Stop by our open house this Saturday at 1. Go to MikeBriggsProperties.com for details.
What's new at the Fulton 55? Fulton 55 is Fresno's hottest venue at Fulton and Divisadero.
You need your carpets cleaned, but you don't have a lot of money. The solution is JRT Carpet Cleaning. Clean up to 3 bedrooms, living room, and hall for just $99. Let the professionals do the job. Call JRT Carpet Cleaning today.
Considering solar? Whether you're ready to buy now or just exploring your options, the consultants at Solar Negotiators are here to help you. A call to Solar Negotiators is like calling 5 solar companies at once. You see, when local established solar contractors have gaps in their schedule, they call Solar Negotiators to fill them. Right now, get 5 years of panel cleaning and maintenance or $1,000 off your new solar panels. So stop wasting your time searching and call Solar Negotiators, because when contractors compete for your business, you win.
Hey everybody, let's have some fun. Right. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times.
Watch Mike and Athena Fridays at 1 p.m. on CentralValleyTalk.com. Welcome back to Chuck Leonard's Central Valley Buzz. I'm Mike Briggs, sitting in for Chuck. Well, he's taking a day off, and I'm not sure what he's doing today or where he is, but he's posting on the Facebook from the maternity ward at Clovis Community Hospital. He said he'll be back here tomorrow with big news. And by the way, to celebrate his big news, I've invited a surprise mystery guest. Chuck doesn't know. I'm not going to tell anybody who it is, but you'll want to tune in tomorrow and see who the mystery guest is. It's theater day at Central Valley Buzz. We're giving away movie tickets, talking about movies and classical theaters in Fresno. We're giving away tickets to the Tower Theater for Friday night. There's a great movie with Aubrey Plaza, Life After Beth. go to our website, centralvalleytalk.com, and click on Enter the Contest. Type Beth in the subject line to win those tickets. We have tickets to Not Such a Classic Theater. I don't even know where this is, some North Fresno theater. But the movie is Alexander and His Horrible Day or something like that. Go to our website, centralvalleytalk.com, click Enter the Contest, and put Alexander in the subject line to win those tickets. And I had some more for another movie. Oh, yeah, Night of the Living Dead at the Warner's Theater. For next week, go to our website, centralvalleytalk.com, click on Enter the Contest, and put Night of the Living Dead or something in the subject line to win those tickets. My first theater experience ever in my life was at the Crest Theater. And we have here today the owners of the Crest, Gloria Leon, she's not on the screen, and
Deanne Hall.
Deanne Hall, and for some reason Mike Wirtz is here too. I don't know why, but Crest Theater, that was my first theater. Now we had, I went to Vinland School in Fresno in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And we had this guy from the Fresno Recreation Department named Harley Smith. We called him Coach, and he'd do our baseball team, basketball team, stuff like that. And my mom took us to the Crest Theater and dropped us off. Walk in the theater, I'm walking down the dark aisles, and there's Coach, our coach from the school. He's working at the Crest. He had a flashlight, and he was showing us where to sit.
Oh, wow.
First of all, there's a guy with a flashlight showing you where to sit. That was unusual.
Yeah.
And second, my mom would drop me off downtown Fresno and say, have fun at the theater. So Crest, is very big in my heart because it was my first theater.
Mine as well. I grew up there. My parents.
Move up a little closer.
Okay.
We're getting a signal.
Sorry.
They can't hear you.
I said mine as well. My first theater, I grew up there. My parents have been in the building since 1979. Actually, first started a Latin music store, and from there start renting different spots, opening clothing store, jewelry store, restaurant.
So there's shops around the theater.
The plaza. Yeah. So they started with that, and from there they moved into the theater. Actually, my mother was offered a management job, and she said, you know what, I have way too many businesses. And they're like, okay, how about buying the theater? She goes, well, let me try it out first, see if I like it, and then from there, see if I can buy it. And eventually she bought it in 1996.
But you buy theaters out of the love of the theater, not because you're going to make $1 million, I would imagine. You
exactly.
Really, really love it.
Yeah, no, it's been a huge investment, and that's one of the things we're here. We're trying to starting committee, Mike is, to restore the theater.
And that's your role with the
That's our role.
Yeah. Mike Wirtz, everyone.
Putting together the Crash Restoration Committee. Nothing's set up yet. As soon as it is, I'll be back to promote that some more. But it's really in its infancy. It's a beautiful theater, and everybody that we've talked to is it's the same stories that you do. Either they went themselves when they were younger, their parents remember seeing their first movie there. It's got a lot of history here in Fresno. It's been here since 1949, I believe, and age has taken its toll on it, and we want to make sure we get it back to its original glory. So,
well, we have so many beautiful theaters in Fresno, not just the Tower and the Warners, the Crest. There's others down there, but I feel like in a way they belong to all of us, and if we want to preserve that history, we all need to step up and maybe help.
Most definitely.
Maybe help with the restoration.
Most definitely. Yes. And like she said, it's a great, as it stands now, the interior is in very good shape, and it's a very good multi-purpose venue for it. We've had birthday parties in there recently where kids got to play video games on the big 42-foot screen. Oh my gosh. That was a blast, yeah. I got to tell you. Yeah. We'll have concerts in there. I don't know why we haven't had like a viewer appreciation anniversary show there. Maybe something from Central Valley Talk. Maybe throwing a big Christmas show or a New Year's show, or you got plenty of room for all of your viewers to come out and check it out, and some of your great sponsors and your loyal sponsors. I think it'd be a great place to have you guys out.
One thing we've been talking about is maybe doing the music of the Central Valley Buzz. Chuck Leonard has the best music ever coming on his show. Yeah. Maybe do we said, where would we do a concert like that? Well, Crest.
The Crest would be the best place to do it. Absolutely. Yeah.
What other events do you have coming up there?
Right now, we're in the process of booking some stuff. Nothing's written in pen right now, but as soon as it comes up, we notify everybody.
You'll put it out there.
Yeah,
Why don't you come on the show and we'll give away some tickets to it.
Yeah.
And how often, do you have any, they're doing at the Tower showing movies? Do you have much of that going
You know
on?
what? Actually, we're working on that. Everything's a starting process, but periodically we do events. We'll do concerts, private events, comedy shows. We actually had a TV show filmed in there called Paranormal Central.
Wow.
In March.
Did they find any ghosts?
well, it's a talk show kind of like Jay Leno.
Oh, I see.
So they have a house band, they have guests, they have people who film documentaries either on Bigfoot, aliens, ghosts. They'll show video people who've experienced stuff with aliens, and they filmed their pilots there, and right now in Hollywood, in the process of selling it, it gets picked up, they're going to actually film it.
Are they filming it up
permanently.
on the big stage with, with the audience?
No, actually they filmed it on the ground because we have an open ground floor, which is perfect for like dances and different events. But they built the stage on the floor. We have a huge ground floor, and they had the house band and the everything set up that way. So.
Now, the area around the crest, we're really seeing a renaissance from that neighborhood. There's new buildings, new workers.
There's all kinds of
workers there. IRS is there, a lot of social work around there, but different businesses and homes are popping up, apartments.
Living there, too. Let me ask you to put you on the spot.
Best
closest word. Actually, there's a few places in the mall, honestly, don't know
yeah.
the name, so.
But we actually have a spot open, a restaurant in the plaza.
Oh, there is.
That's actually for rent. So if anybody wants to open a cafe, there's outdoor seating available.
It's all ready to go.
It's
It's
ready
got
to
the
go.
hood and the
It's
chairs
got the
and the
hood.
tables.
It's got, well, not the chairs and tables, but it's got the hood, which is the most important part. And we got sinks in there, grease trap, everything. You just need somebody who wants to open.
Who wants a restaurant or a cafe, a lunch spot? There's a spot right. Then we could say there's the best, closest place to eat near the.
Definitely.
Now, right around the corner there on the mall, there's a Mediterranean place I like to go eat.
Oh, I have not been there.
Yeah, oh, it's really, really good. I wish I knew the name. I'm like you. I just go in there. I don't have to memorize the name. So anyway, Mike Wirtz and Dina?
Deanne
Hall.
Deanne Hall.
And Gloria Leone's here
Yeah,
too, from the
Gloria.
Crest Theater. And we all have a soft spot for the Crest. So stay tuned to Cinder Valley Talk. We're going to bring them back and talk about the restoration project and how we could all get involved in that.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for coming. Crest Theater. Oh, do we have a picture?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we showed the picture when I wasn't looking. All right.
And if people want more information, they can send an email to info@thecresttheater.com.
I sent an email to info@thecresttheater.com yesterday, and you said, yeah, I'll come on the show.
Yeah.
So it works. So do that.
That's the quickest way to
Do we
get
skip
all
anything? I always rush the guests off too fast.
No, I think we've got everything.
We're going to be back with more of Chuck Leonard's Central Valley Buzz right after this.
This segment is brought to you by Horn Photo in the Villaggio at River Park. For all of your photo and camera needs, go to Horn Photo in the Villaggio at River Park.
Hello, I'm Shelley at Horn Photo, and it's time to do more with your pictures. Get those images out of your camera, off your computer, and rescued from deep within your phone, and turn them into memorable photo keepsakes and gifts. Here at Horn Photo in Fresno, we have many wonderful photo items that we produce in-house, and we're here to help you find your individual style. So now's the time. Stop by Horn Photo in the Villaggio at Blackstone and East, or visit us online at hornphoto.com to explore the possibilities.
Hiring great talent is essential to your business. However, it's also time-consuming, and time is money. Contact Wolf Recruiting of Fresno and gain access to candidates you will not find on the open job market. Candidates through Wolf Recruiting are considered the best of the best. Why? Because they're gainfully employed. Whether it's technology, accounting, sales, or general administration, Wolf Recruiting's versatile background brings a solid foundation to confidentially identifying the very best talent. Call Wolf Recruiting at 877-589-9441 or find us on the web at wolfrecruiting.com.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times
Watch Mike and Athena Fridays at 1 p.m. on CentralValleyTalk.com.
What's new at the Fulton 55? Fulton 55 is Fresno's hottest venue at Fulton and Divisadero.
Considering solar? Whether you're ready to buy now or just exploring your options, the consultants at Solar Negotiators are here to help you. A call to Solar Negotiators is like calling 5 solar companies at once. You see, when local established solar contractors have gaps in their schedule, they call Solar Negotiators to fill them. Right now, get 5 years of panel cleaning and maintenance or $1,000 off your new solar panels. So stop wasting your time searching and call Solar Negotiators, because when contractors compete for your business, you win.
Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com. I'm Mike Scott.
Vincent, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
It's Michelle again.
Michelle, Miss Stasis.
Guy Adams joins me once again. How are you, Guy? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
She's my old friend, not meaning age. We go way back. Miss Beverly Rain.
Watch the Central Valley Talk Hour, weekdays on digital channel 33.2. Weekdays at 3 p.m. All local, all live, all the time.
So we'll be back with more on CentralValleyTalk.com.
We'll see you next week. Welcome back to Chuck Leonard's Central Valley Buzz. I'm Mike Briggs, sitting in for Chuck today. Before we go, I just want to re-express, we have a bunch of these tickets to tonight's movie, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, starring Steve Carell and Jennifer Garner. The movie's tonight at 7 p.m. at Edwards Theater. Go to our website, centralvalleytalk.com, and click on Enter a Contest, and I'll get a couple of these tickets for you. I guess the first entries, or they're going to pull them out of a hat or something like that, but we'll let you know by email if you have won the tickets. Our next guest on the Central Valley Buzz is Rico from Rico's Memorial Stones.
Yes, sir.
Rico, we're old friends, actually.
Yes, we are.
From when I was in the legislature and you were at City College. And
right.
You were an extraordinary student. You won some major awards after that.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
You too. Now, this was after your Army days, or?
Yeah, well, I served. I went in the Army right out of high school. In 1980, I graduated from the best high school in Fresno High.
I thought you said Clovis High.
No,
Fresno High is a great school. It's right up the street from our studio. So
there wasn't that many high schools back then.
There weren't then,
you know. But I liked it there, and I joined. I was 17 years old, and they had the draft going during some crisis we had going on. 1980. So I volunteered. I left. My brothers told me it's better if you just take off and go and pick what you want to be, and not let them make you a grunt. So I went in the Army, and after I got out, I came back to Fresno. I started going to school, and one thing led to another. I actually owned a photography company here in Fresno for about 12 years.
Did some photo.
Oh, I did quite a few events, over 700 events here in the Central Valley.
Now, when we say Rico's Memorial Stones, I always think of, for a cemetery, but you do all kinds of...
We're slowly moving into the market. We just finished doing the memorial inside the Veterans Hospital, which is an honor to all the military branches. It's not just for one, and it's an atrium, a new atrium they built in there, and it's a big work of art. I mean, it came out beautiful. And I'm in the process of negotiating a contract with the Highway Patrol, because they're going to eventually be moving out of that building, but they've seen that work, and they want us to do one now and then have us move it when they move into the new facility.
It's got to be movable.
But our primary source is personal monuments, and we've created quite a few. I've done over 450 monuments in 2.5 years.
Is this a high-tech thing now? I see this one coming up.
Yes,
it looks like computer generated.
These are computer generated, laser edge. They were under a lot of speculation that
what kind of
they wouldn't
stone
last.
What kind of stone is that?
It's India black granite. That's one of the best granite you could get. It comes from India. And that's the only type of granite you can laser in, because the density of it is so tight that when we laser them, you can see them. And the laser we're running runs 130-watt beam, so it's pretty powerful. And it actually feels like it's engraved into the stone, because it's cutting pretty deep. We're getting good results with it.
It's a laser. Do you do anything else with that laser, eye surgery or anything like that?
It's capable of quite a few things, but we only do the granite. You can do glass, you can etch on metal, stainless steel,
But
wood.
you just do the granite in
Yes,
your
sir. It
shop.
takes some adjustments, and we try to keep it ready for the monument business, which it's been quite good. And every stone that we put out, we custom design it to the individual's wishes. Of course, the cemeteries have regulations and size requirements. We check on all that first, make sure that
You're the pros, so the family doesn't have to worry about
Yes, sir. I don't want to produce a monument that we can't even deliver. And that's happened to other monument companies. We try not to do that, but sometimes the client will give you wrong dimensions. It's best to check with them.
Check, double check. What do they say? Measure twice.
Yes, sir.
That one. Now, where are you getting your granite?
I get it from McCarthy Granite Suppliers. They're out of the Bay Area. They're my main source. I got them. I got Cold Springs. I got a couple other new and upcoming suppliers, but those are my two main ones. Cold Springs has a lot of the quarries here around here. They own the Academy Quarry and for Black Academy, and they own the one in Raymond, which is where all the white Sierra granite comes out.
I've stumbled across that once or twice. Now, are you having to cut the stone yourself, or does it come all cut for you?
You need a big company to do that.
You're not
we don't produce it. They send it to us already cut to size, polished, and ready for us to just produce. We either do a traditional engrave or we run a laser and do the laser cuts on them.
Now, is it heavy, one of those stones?
Absolutely. A 1x2, which is a 12x24 monument, weighs about 120 pounds.
Wow.
A big one like on the screen right now, those weigh about 400 or 500 pounds, and that's a two-part system. It's got a base, and then you got the die, which is the top piece. Together, they run in at about 700-800 pounds.
Now, I think what's great is your business card, but it has a Google map on it. It looks like you just get off the freeway, get off the 168 at Chestnut.
Yes, sir.
Head towards McKinley.
Right, and right before you get to McKinley, there's a turnoff of Frontage Road, Carmen, that runs along the canal on the south side. You turn in there, and there's a big industrial park right there, and Sierra Vista's right in the middle of it, and we're right behind Mark Anthony's Carpets there. He gets a lot of traffic over there, so it generates business for both of us.
Now, do you have a website?
Absolutely, RicosMemorialStones.com.
That's easy, huh? Rico's Memorial Stones with an S on the end, .com, and they could go there, check the prices, look at some of the quality of your work, and I guess eventually everybody's going to need your service.
It's guaranteed, taxes and death, they say. Another thing that we get a lot of reaction from is our Facebook page, which is Rico's Memorial Stones on Facebook. And that's how I found you guys. Yeah. And I've been here before with a guest just to come and see what you did, but I hadn't had the opportunity to talk to you.
Well, you're the only Memorial Stone guy we've ever had on, so you're our guy. So Chuck Leonard's gone a lot. I might be ordering something for him pretty soon. So, the Chuck Leonard Memorial Studio. I don't mean he's dying or anything, but he's not going to come to work. I might have to replace him, but we'll put an honor up.
Some of his actors, the other guy that was talking here before, he said, I got to keep my guys alive.
That's right, keep them going. So, well, how do they reach you? They could go to the website, ricosmemorialstones.com. Go to the Facebook, ricosmemorialstones.com, or what about
YP.com on the Rico's Memorial Stones, or they could call me directly at 559-341-0718. Pretty much you just Google it, and I got it going everywhere. I'm on it all the time.
Consultations are free?
Yes, sir.
Just come in.
We even do the pre-design for you with no obligation, and I'll show you what exactly we're going to produce for you, and it's up to you to decide if you want it or not. As we design, I'm sitting on a computer screen. I got a 55-inch monitor where the client is sitting there watching, giving me their input as we're designing their personal memorial for them.
Well, actually, I heard a story about you guys, a good story, that people, they went in, they don't know what the costs are or anything, and you sat there and you laid the whole thing out for them and said, here's the cost, and then there was no pressure. They knew the cost. Then they went out and talked to their family for months and put together the money, came back, and the whole thing was still there for them, and they said it was just a pleasure. Now, the hat, is that to match your thing, or is it for a certain baseball club?
It's just to match with a uniform. I'm getting to the point of doing the logos on them, but I'm working with a company that did my shirts, and we're
there's a baseball team with a real similar hat.
Yeah, the Giants.
Yeah, they're playing today.
Right.
Yeah,
and the color of the whole shop is orange and white and black. My wife painted one of the kids' rooms the NASCAR colors, and I liked it right when I was starting out the business, so I stole her idea and went with it. And it's worked for us.
We're running out of time. They tell me, did we leave anything out? We know how to reach you, where to find you, and what you do.
I'd like to say if anybody mentions the show today, I'll give them a 10% discount on any monument they order and purchase from us today.
Mention Chuck Leonard, Central Valley Buzz, or Central Valley Talk anytime in the future, and Rico will take care of you, get you a discount. And we've got to go to commercial. We've got Steve Ono coming up. We'll be back right after this.
Hiring great talent is essential to your business. However, it's also time-consuming, and time is money. Contact Wolf Recruiting of Fresno and gain access to candidates you will not find on the open job market. Candidates through Wolf Recruiting are considered the best of the best. Why? Because they're gainfully employed. Whether it's technology, accounting, sales, or general administration, Wolf Recruiting's versatile background brings a solid foundation to confidentially identifying the very best talent. Call Wolf Recruiting at 877-589-9441 or find us on the web at wolfrecruiting.com.
You need your carpets cleaned, but you don't have a lot of money. The solution is JRT Carpet Cleaning. Clean up to 3 bedrooms, living room, and hall for just $99. Let the professionals do the job. Call JRT Carpet Cleaning today.
Open house this Sunday, 815 East McKinley, near Maroa. You could own this house for $1,800 a month. There's a whole apartment in the back that you could rent out for $1,200 a month and live in this house for $600 a month. Open house this Sunday. Go to MikeBriggsProperties.com for details.
Before you call one of those discount insurance places, you should know the facts. Fresno's CCIS can get you up to a 26% discount on your car, homeowners, and life insurance needs. Call 320-2247 or go to ccisinsurance.com.
Considering solar? Whether you're ready to buy now or just exploring your options, the consultants at Solar Negotiators are here to help you. A call to Solar Negotiators is like calling 5 solar companies at once. You see, when local established solar contractors have gaps in their schedule, they call Solar Negotiators to fill them. Right now, get 5 years of panel cleaning and maintenance or $1,000 off your new solar panels. So stop wasting your time searching and call Solar Negotiators, because when contractors compete for your business, you win.
What's new at the Fulton 55? Fulton 55 is Fresno's hottest venue at Fulton and Divisadero.
Open house this Saturday, 7752 North 8th Street near Millbrook. If you've been on your job or in your industry for a year, you can buy this home for under $1,200 per month. Stop by our open house this Saturday at 1. Go to MikeBriggsProperties.com for details.
In 1985, Larry Korth set out to help his friends, family, and community find affordable ways to buy a home or a business property. 30 years later, Mid-Valley Financial is the premier mortgage banker in the Central Valley. The professional staff at Mid-Valley will find the best mortgage products for your family. Mid-Valley Financial takes great pride in being the Central Valley's local lender. Visit us at midvalleyfinancial.com.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Welcome back to Chuck Leonard's Central Valley Buzz. Chuck is on maternity leave. He says it's a state right that they passed a law that says even the dad gets a day off when a baby is born. So he's not here. I guess he thinks he's going to get a paid day off. I'm not sure how that works. But our guest now is Steve Ono. I say you're a guitar player. Are you a guitar player, singer, or a guitar player?
Well, today I'm not singing a whole
singing.
lot, but I am talking a little bit. But I am a guitar player and guitar teacher and a member of the Fresno Folklore Society as well.
When it was time for me to get guitar lessons for my kids. Now, I was a guitar teacher, too. That's what I did for 15 years. When it's time for me to get my kids lessons, I called Steve Ono.
Well, that's great. And done well, haven't you?
Yeah, both my kids are professional musicians right now, guitar players.
Oh, I feel sorry for you.
I know. I said, don't do what I did. Go get a real job. But here
I
they
always
are.
tell kids it's a great backup thing and a great way to get through college without having to get a McJob. But it's a hell of a way to make a living.
But they, my kids became better than I. They just their ability and skill and their ear and stuff like that. So people say, Mike, when are you playing? Where do we hear you play? I said, no, my kids took over. They're doing all the playing now.
One of the things I like is the fact that several of my students, including your son, have exceeded my capabilities as well.
It doesn't drive you crazy?
I love that.
Yeah.
There's an old gag about how you can tell a really good guitar teacher is that his students start taking his gigs.
Yeah, taking his gigs.
That's the way
Stealing
it works.
the gigs from him. Now you're with the Folklore Society.
That's correct. And we've got a bunch of stuff coming up in this fall. We've got Kathy Kallick coming into the Unitarian Church on October 23rd.
Kathy Kallick, I've heard that name.
She's a great bluegrass artist from the Bay Area. She's got a really hot picking band that'll be up on up on Thursday night up there, and tickets are available at the usual folklore locations, which are the National Hardware Store and Patrick's Music, and also on FresnoFolkConcerts.com.
Oh, go to the website, FresnoFolkConcerts.com.
That's right.
Now, when I was involved in the Folklore Society, Kenny Hall was around, and those
Kenny
were the
Hall,
old days.
yes.
He's no longer with us.
Kenny passed away last year, right around this time,
Mm-hmm.
actually. But his friends still get together every Wednesday at the Santa Fe Basque on Maroa, just south of Shields, from about 5:30 to 7:30, and they play a lot of those old-time tunes.
He lived right there.
He lived within walking distance or near the end rolling distance.
Unrolling distance. I used to see Kenny walking down the street. Now, he didn't see. He was sightless.
He was
And
blind.
he'd just walk up Shields there to that little store across the street. And
There's actually a documentary film where he talks about doing echolocation to tell where he was.
I'll be darned. He could tell from the sights and sound
tell
around him.
from the sound of things.
Very bright and perceptive guy and very talented guy. He was like an encyclopedia of music.
There's actually a book out on Mel Bay that has most of his songs, but of course not all of them. There are thousands of them.
Yeah. So, concert coming up. Anything else with the Folklore
That's right.
Society we got to push?
Yeah, the Folklore Society also has Les Garcons Trottoirs. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it is a string band from France coming in on November 14th at the Full Circle Brewing Company. They're also going to be working with the accordion babe, Renee de la Prade.
Accordion babe?
Yeah, she's a great accordion player and a real babe, and it's going to be a lot of fun, that show. I enjoy the fact that we're putting on shows up in North Fresno at the UU, and also in Chinatown at the Full Circle Brewing Company.
Yeah, well, Chinatown, that Full Circle is such a... The guys are so nice there, but
They're
the
great.
building's absolutely beautiful. If you've never been there, you got to get down just to check
Yeah,
out
it's
the
a great
facility.
old Quonset
So what,
building, yeah.
F Street and Ventura?
Yeah, Ventura and F.
Ventura now. Now, let me ask you to some more controversial subject, or put you on the spot a little bit.
Sure.
Can you give us a definition of folk music?
Well, folk music really is, I guess, music of kind of indigenous people, but considering that folks wander around all over the place, historically speaking, it's pretty much whatever people play in their backyards.
Good sidestepping of this controversial issues.
Well, one of the Folklore Society's leading lights was a guy named Gene Bluestein.
Oh, yeah.
And one of his last books was a book called Pop Lore, where he basically said pop music is folk music. It's just been accelerated by radio and media.
Right.
But the people write the songs in pop music for the same reasons why traditional folk music tunes were written, you know.
They represent our culture and what's going on in life, yeah.
You know,
Now, would you say most folk music are three-chord songs?
Traditionally, 3 to 4 chord songs.
And now, what if somebody wants to learn how to play folk music, pop music, jazz music? Are you still teaching someplace?
Yes, I am. I teach at the California Arts Academy, Blackstone near Shaw on Mondays.
That's a nice place.
It's a nice place. So they also help us host contra dances there, led by Evo Bluestein. And English country dance. Those are traditional folk dances.
So besides guitar lessons, they have music lessons, dance?
They do dance, acting, and ballet, all the way to ballet modern and all that stuff.
And how would they reach you?
They can reach me at onomuse, M-U-S-E, at gmail.com. They can also find me through the FresnoFolklore.org site. And then you can also go to, I believe it is CalArtsAcademy.com for information about my lesson schedule.
CalArtsAcademy.com. But Steve Ono, I recommend him. He's who I recommend. That's who I sent my kids to, turned them into real musicians, and taught them more than 3 chords, by the way.
Oh, I try to teach them how the whole system works, really.
And the jazz, that more complex, that helps
That's
their thinking process for their current compositions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really enjoy about, like I said, students like your son that really take the ball and run with it into areas that I can't do, but that's a great thing.
Now, I thought you'd come and sing and play, but you're not going to sing and play today. You're going to show us some real guitar work.
Yeah,
so
I'll play a little
I'm going to bow out. We're going to have Steve Ono play. The Mac guy is here, right?
Your Mac guy.
Your Mac guy is here. And also Alondra something like that. She's going to sing some more too before we're done with the Central Valley Buzz. Don't go anywhere. Steve Ono on the guitar.
I love the blues.
This segment brought to you by Tioga Sequoia Brewery. Central Valley Talk is fueled by Tioga Sequoia Brewery in downtown Fresno.
What's new at the Fulton 55? Fulton 55 is Fresno's hottest venue at Fulton and Divisadero. Hiring great talent is essential to your business. However, it's also time-consuming, and time is money. Contact Wolf Recruiting of Fresno and gain access to candidates you will not find on the open job market. Candidates through Wolf Recruiting are considered the best of the best. Why? Because they're gainfully employed. Whether it's technology, accounting, sales, or general administration, Wolf Recruiting's versatile background brings a solid foundation to confidentially identifying the very best talent. Call Wolf Recruiting at 877-589-9441 or find us on the web at wolfrecruiting.com. Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com. I'm Mike Scott.
Vincent, thanks for coming in today.
No, it's Michelle again.
Michelle, Miss Stasis.
Guy Adams joins me once again. How are you, Guy? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
She's my old friend, not meaning age. We go way back. Miss Beverly Rain.
Watch the Central Valley Talk Hour, weekdays on digital channel 33.2. Weekdays at 3 p.m. All local, all live, all the time.
So we'll be back with more on CentralValleyTalk.com.
We'll see you next week.
In 1985, Larry Korth set out to help his friends, family, and community find affordable ways to buy a home or a business property. 30 years later, Mid-Valley Financial is the premier mortgage banker in the Central Valley. The professional staff at Mid-Valley will find the best mortgage products for your family. Mid-Valley Financial takes great pride in being the Central Valley's local lender. Visit us at midvalleyfinancial.com.
Open house this Sunday, 932 East Clinton Avenue near Maroa in the Tower District. If you've been on your job or in your industry for a year, you can buy this home for under $800 a month. Stop by our open house Sunday at 1. Go to MikeBriggsProperties.com for details.
You need your carpets cleaned, but you don't have a lot of money. The solution is JRT Carpet Cleaning. Clean up to 3 bedrooms, living room, and hall for just $99. Let the professionals do the job. Call JRT Carpet Cleaning today.
Open house this Sunday, 815 East McKinley near Maroa in the Tower District. If you've been on your job or in your industry for a year, you can buy this home for under $2,000 per month, and it includes an apartment that pays half your payment. Stop by our open house Sunday at 1. Go to MikeBriggsProperties.com for details. Welcome back to Chuck Leonard's Central Valley Buzz. Remember, we have all these movie tickets, movie passes to give away. Tickets for tickets for Life After Beth this Friday at the Tower Theater. Go to our website, www.centralvalleytalk.com. Click on Enter the Contest and enter those. Tonight's movie, we have tickets to the Alexander's Horrible Day. Go to our website, centralvalleytalk.com, and click on Enter the Contest and more. We're going to have more giveaways. Chuck Leonard promises to be back tomorrow. Baby or no baby, he says he will be here.
I'll bring the baby.
Our next guest is Doug at yourmacguy.com.
That's me.
That's your whole name, Doug at yourmac.
That's my email address.
Macguy.com. I thought that was your full branded name.
No, I haven't changed my name.
So you work on Macintoshes.
I work on Macintosh computers. I work with iPads. I work with iPhones. Printing, getting printers working, networking, troubleshooting, training. I do pretty much the whole gamut from buying the computer to,
Now, I remember
taking it away when it died.
I remember when I was a kid growing up, they had a commercial for the Whirlpool repairman.
Yes.
And he was always so lonesome because he always sat there, had no repairs to do. Is it kind of the same for Macs?
Actually, my life is very much like that. I probably have about 1,000 clients.
Macs don't break down as much.
And I need 1,000 clients to support, to support my other habits.
But Macs do have to network and communicate with other computers.
Right.
And that's where I guess you could come in and help.
That's exactly what I do. Yeah.
Now, I do PCs. Solamente here.
But I saw your iPhone.
Yeah, my iPhone is
be proud.
Somehow Mac. But the I'm able to, within seconds, network PC computers. The Mac is kind of a different language that I'm used to. So would that be something you could come in? We got a couple workers with Macs.
If you know it, if you know how to do it, it's not hard.
They have to
like
access
most,
our network.
Like most things in life. If you know how to do it, it's not difficult.
Now, I came to understand and accept finally that the Mac is a better computer than a PC.
I won't argue with it. I won't argue with you there.
And through our whole life, I banned Macs from our house. I said kids are getting PCs, we could share software, technology. I could support you and help you when you have problems. When they hit college, I buy each of my kids a laptop in college. They said, nope, I'm getting the Mac.
Yeah. Go towards the light.
Yeah. And not only big surprises, they weren't that expensive.
No.
In fact, the ones I got were cheaper than the PCs I was going to buy them.
And I think they're better value.
Better value. There's no viruses, right?
I've never seen one.
You don't have to fight the viruses and stuff like that.
I don't say don't have antivirus software because you never know when someone might be out there creating one, but there isn't any out there yet.
And we think of Mac as the computer, but you keep reminding me the iPad is Mac, the iPhone is Mac.
It's an Apple universe now. It really is,
universe,
and
so.
it really does work. Whether if you let go and get it all, it really works well together.
Now, so why would somebody call you mostly? Is it for a repair or networking or? What do they need to install software? Do you help with that?
Yes, sure.
Can help install software?
A lot of my phone calls are, like right now I'm busy because of the new iPhones. People want to help me set up the new iPhones, get them going, get the sync working, that kind of stuff.
The sync's important because with Mac, somehow magically it backs up to some cloud place.
Exactly.
So if you lose your phone or it gets stolen, you could pick up the next day.
I actually had a client who, she ignored all the warnings in France about pickpockets and lost her phone. And thanks to the iCloud saving, most of her photos were on the cloud that she took in Paris.
The cloud.
So she didn't lose much.
You could make it auto sync so you don't have to do it all the time.
Right, exactly.
The guys like me who do not know how to make it auto sync need to call someone like you to get that going. So,
yes.
Because Mac doesn't get that information away free anymore.
Oh, sure they do.
Do they? They don't get away free anymore.
If you know where to look.
Yeah, do they? Yeah.
I want to mention that tonight at the Fresno Mac Club.
Oh, yeah.
And the website for that is FresnoMug.com. Mug stands for Mac User Group.
Okay.
We have a very special guest, Christopher Breen, who is the executive editor of Macworld Magazine, which is actually putting out its last issue in November, sadly. He kept his job. He's going to be working for Macworld.com.
Macworld.com.
So that is continuing on. But
so who can come to this Mac User Group?
Anybody.
Okay, and where is it going to be?
It's at 550 East Shaw. It's across from Fashion Fair Mall.
Okay.
It used to be the Equitable Building. It's now the UC Merced Building. And we meet tonight at 6:30.
Mac User Group. Anybody could come, and you got a great guest.
And he is a wonderful guest. This is, I think, the 5th or 6th year he's graced us with his presence.
Wow.
So he is wonderful. He's fun. He's fun.
Hopefully he'll keep coming, even though he's switched jobs or kept his job with a new company.
And we also have a special guest coming in November, too. And our regular meetings are the first Tuesday of the month.
Every first Tuesday.
And this is the first Tuesday.
Well, you've been so nice to come again and again. You're our only Mac guy that comes around, and so you're.
I have fun.
I don't want to say you're my Mac guy, but you're your Mac guy.
Right.
Doug at yourmacguy.com. Bill signals we need to go to our singer Alondra Martinez, who's going to do another song for us from Frozen. Thanks, Doug, for coming.
Thank you.
All right.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this whirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I'll stay. Let the storm rage on. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. And I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
This segment is brought to you by Mike Briggs Properties. The recession's over. It's now safe to sell your home. Call Mike Briggs Properties.
In 1985, Larry Korth set out to help his friends, family, and community find affordable ways to buy a home or a business property. 30 years later, Mid-Valley Financial is the premier mortgage banker in the Central Valley. The professional staff at Mid-Valley will find the best mortgage products for your family. Mid-Valley Financial takes great pride in being the Central Valley's local lender. Visit us at midvalleyfinancial.com.
Before you call one of those discount insurance places, you should know the facts. Fresno's CCIS can get you up to a 26% discount on your car, homeowners, and life insurance needs. Call 320-2247 or go to ccIsinsurance.com.
Viewers of Central Valley Talk, what is your home worth? The experienced agents at Mike Briggs Properties are offering a free property valuation if you mention Central Valley Talk. Find the value of your property for free. Call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mention Central Valley Talk. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
What's new at the Fulton 55? Fulton 55 is Fresno's hottest venue at Fulton and Divisadero.
Hi, Stan Gross of Horn Photo. Are you looking for a camera that takes better pictures than your phone? Why not give Horn Photo a shot? We can show you fantastic cameras from Nikon, Canon, Sony, and GoPro. Your time is valuable, so before you buy from Costco, Best Buy, or the internet, come see us. We've got great prices and deals, super knowledgeable staff, and we've